Today we start our session number 7. It's a practice session. It's a result and conclusion, the chapter communication. And today we will try to combine and practice and implement some of knowledge, some of findings which we take from the previous 3 sessions. First of all, before we start, please give me a feedback, as we told in the previous session. If you already read a mail with explanation how we organize today's practice, and if you will see the case study from Anna Kachmasova, please put plus or any other sign via Zoom chat to be sure the level of our common understanding. If you, thank you, V. If you read email with orientation for today's session, please put plus via chat. The only one person. Thank you. Okay, great. Mandy, I'm happy. Great. Thanks for this example. Okay. Good. Good. I hope that in each, at least one person who will know what will happen today, but let me maybe briefly explain to you what will happen today. Today, we will work in our team, and today we will work for our cases. Please, if you have a chance, read email even after the session. It helps you to understand deeper what's happened and what's the reason why it's happened. Today, we will have 3 tasks. First task, 45 minutes, we will start from it, and we would ask you to distribute the role, check what do you have, and choose the team representative. 5 minutes per session. Next, task number 2, for 10 minutes, you will co-create the elements of your communication strategy. And task number 3, 15 minutes, you will co-create the key topic and key messages for your collaboration. That's a plan for today's session. And before we start, one addition comment about our future works from Vadim. Vadim, would you like to say today one sentences about our team works?
Hello, everybody. We made our decision to keep these teams till the end of the chapter 3, which is a chapter of connection, for us to have enough time to build trust and proper collaboration within the team. So next 4 sessions, we will work exactly within these teams. And then when we will join to chapter collaboration and co-creation, we will have random teams. So for us, for everybody to have more opportunities to have many networks and connections. And just in case you would like to change your team or would like to invite somebody in your team or whatever, just knock to Arina Khramova door, and she will immediately support you. Olga?
Good, thank you, Vadim. Okay, all preparation done. We can start and go to breakout rooms for the task number 1 for 5 minutes. Please, before you go to the room, copy link via Zoom chat and open Miro. And after that, please follow to your team. In a second, I will show you the list of team members if you maybe forget the proper number. Yeah, I see a lot of people via Zoom. Please, welcome to breakout rooms. 5 minutes for only for the task number 1. Welcome back. I see a lot of people turn on their camera. That's the reason for the first breakout rooms, to warming up us and turn on our attention. Okay, Madan, Vadim, maybe you will give some comments, compliments after this first activity, which was very short, but we need to
Too short,
switch
actually. Yeah.
But yeah, I can comment. Let's look at team number 8. They done the job brilliant. They have all the list of the roles distributed and two people mentioned in the A and B. And in the session 3, and can we will transport us into session 3. So we can check that all the teams are distributed. So great team work. Thank you very much. So
Yeah, I think
can be an example.
Yeah, in our group, we still had some problems with seeing the roles and stuff like that. So I think we haven't made that much progress in this group. Still some confusion among some of us on how exactly this Miro works.
Yeah, so we faced again that thanks to Moria, we had a great session with Moria, how important infrastructure is. We need not only trust and reciprocity, but good skills to use right software. So we will have a time within our meetings to study Zoom better. Thank you, Madam, for your feedback. Olga?
Yeah.
Zoom and also Miro, I see that in real time, the team number 6, Science Lab, updating their list. Thanks, guys, for do not stop acting. And yes, I can say that some teams copied their previous decision. It's okay, no worries. But please finally decide who will be responsible person. One who are thinking about roles and one who are thinking about relation with expert. Thanks for this example, team number 8. Yeah, should be here. Who are choosing to, I see, brilliant lady. Good. Let's go to the longer exercise, and we hope even more interesting for you. Vadim, would you like to comment what we will do in the task number 2?
Yeah, sure. So in the task number 2, we have an opportunity to decide how to communicate, because we actually finished communication chapter. So it's time for us to agree what is the best way for us to communicate via Zooms, which we call synchronous collaboration. And so we can put it here, both the channels, the frequency, and main rules, and asynchronic collaboration. So it was the channels and frequency for the main rules for asynchronics. But it's you to decide whether you will collaborate and communicate only via Zooms once per week on Tuesdays. But maybe you will decide and have a desire to do it, communicate, to share some ideas, findings in between our meetings. So anyway, please, all the ideas for synchronic and principles and rules 3.5, you can put in a synchronous collaboration block, which is bigger one. And in case you are open and willing, have a desire and willingness to collaborate in between, please do it here. Asynchronous collaboration. Olga?
Good. Thank you, Vadim. Dear colleagues, the same link, the same team, 10 minutes, please enjoy and find the best way to communicate. See you in 10 minutes.
I would say it took a while to get used to the flow of Miro itself, and we're still learning, of course, along the way. But it's a good start, and we look forward to some good principles and rules over here.
Yes, and I see that you agreed to, oh, great, and even phone number for communication. Great. Right. Once a week. Very, very good. Excellent. Who is next? Who is next? Maybe I can comment the team number 2, which I were involved. First of all, I would like to give a compliment to the very warm and good atmosphere. And we have 2 very important findings. First of all, about synchronous collaboration. Start from smile, from some interesting story. And second, very important finding, to prepare for the meeting. Invest 10 minutes to read before you start discussion, to be ready, to be on the same page. And if we agree the homework to do it. And we also agreed to communicate between session, and we choose the Miro as a channel by request if we have any questions or ideas, and use notes and stickers for sharing our vision. That's team number 2. Madan, who is next?
Go to group number 1.
Group number 1 in a second, and here we are.
Yeah, I like the part about do not delete information from other team members. That's a very important rule. Sometimes in our excitement, we think we've got a way to reframe something, but we should make sure that older versions also stay, and you sort of mash up the answers somewhere else. So sometimes you think you've got a better idea, but actually the older idea is better. But you must not delete the old idea, so you can go back and revisit it. And also make sure to hear inputs from all. Sometimes there are people who are introverts, but you must pull them into the discussion somehow by writing, by using notes, using tools, and so on. Yeah.
And it's very important to use camera on. It's definitely help us to use more communication channel and see our reaction and communicate quicker. Thanks for this notice. What's next? Team number maybe 3. Oh, great. I think it's very important to agree who can facilitate and who will facilitate, and maybe even who conclude and summarize our discussion, because very often we lose focus and very often we do not conclude what we achieved. Thanks for this notification, team number 3. Madan, next. 4.
Let's go to 4. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Oh, have a moderator. Good.
Yeah, so this also picks up a very common theme, which is there needs to be somebody who need not, of course, be the overall expert, but someone who's good at facilitating, mediating, negotiating, moving the momentum along, keeping things on time, etc. Record the meetings for those who missed it. Very important. For example, I've missed 1 or 2 sessions in the course of this module itself. So it's very important for someone to tell me, hey, you missed this part. So it's good to have maybe someone like a mentor or a buddy. So you can not just look at the notes, but someone will tell you, yes, these are the notes and I found these parts very useful. So these kinds of things are very important. And I think in the chat window, there's a comment about time. So timekeeping, time management is very important. Someone had a very good suggestion. Maybe on the Miro board itself, there should be a timer saying you need to get off the Miro board within 3 minutes. And maybe this can be synchronized with the Zoom timer. So just as you have a timer saying breakout session closes in 2 minutes, that should also come on the Miro board. So you know that you have to move on to the Miro board also in 2 minutes. So I find this a very common problem. Thanks for flagging it, which is when you're in different spaces, you lose track of time sometimes from space 1 to space 2. So thank you to this group.
Thanks, Madan. Let's move to the team number 8. I would be happy to give 2 compliments. First of all, of course, it's continuously improve and reach ideas and solutions. We do not stop on a session. If we have any great inputs and thoughts, please add it and continue to think. It's not limit. And second, I think it's important not critic but complement each other. It's definitely influence to effectiveness, to our willingness to share our thoughts, even crazy thoughts, during discussion, and it's definitely inspire all of us to say what we think. Thanks, guys. Good stickers. Madan, who is next?
Did we finish 8, 7? I think 7 was mine. Maybe 5?
Yes, number 5. Good. Very high speed movement. Should be number 5. Yes.
Yeah, I think the rules are pretty clear. Let's go down. Yeah, I like this example of share examples from real life. So sometimes when you get into a lot of these fantasy worlds, especially in this metaverse kind of a setting, it's good to have what's called an anchor. An anchor is something in real life which anchors you and shows you what's possible in the real life and in this hypothetical kind of a situation. So that can be an example from your own real life experience. It can be one of the other participants or something that is common in the news out there or something of that sort. Also, listen to each other and to understand each other's thoughts. So sometimes it's more than just reading the notes, but as people are writing the notes, you should listen to what they're saying as they put the notes. Because sometimes they're saying, I think this is what I mean, and they write something on the sticky note. But if you listen to what they're saying, then there's a big difference between what they say sometimes and what they write. So these are some cognitive differences which will come up. So that's a very good.
I think team 6, very good. Continue your idea, more interpretation and more questions. It's very powerful because when we use interpretation, we definitely, actually, it looks like we are talking a few times about the same things, but each interpretation makes our idea clear, makes our arguments more logic. That's very important. And of course, questions inspire us to open new doors. Thanks for this. And of course, it's very important and influential for our effective communication. Document fixate decision, what we agreed, what we found. On the one side, it's synchronization inside the team. Second, it's a tangible value which we achieve. And it's, of course, inspire team to the next communication, because when we see tangible results, we want to achieve more. Great, guys. Thanks for these principles and rules which you are collecting. Good. I feel we are in time. Thank you very much. Let's move to the task number 3. One more circle for our collaboration.
Let me add.
Vadim?
Let me add a
Please.
bit.
Sure.
I would like to say a big thanks to several groups who are ready to end synchronized collaborations. It's a team number 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Thank you very much for your passion and curiosity to experience a collaboration within in between meetings.
And it's very interesting. Different teams choose different channels, and we can compare and we can share our experience how it works. Great. Thanks, Vadim, for this edition, and thanks, teams, for inspiring us to your curiosity and passion. Let's move to the task number 3. The same team, the same mirror. What we will discuss? We will discuss the key challenge, the key topic, which we would like to go deeper, to explore and explain for us during this course. Please choose one challenge which is very important for all team members, which you would like to really understand during the next course weeks. And when you choose this challenge, when you choose a topic for your video episode, collect the key messages which we would like to deliver, to explore during. You will understand, you will go deeper in this topic. 15 minutes for this discussion, and we will see here, and we'll see what we have. The same room, the same mirror, 15 minutes for our collaboration session. Drew, welcome back. Hope you have short time more enjoy of your session. Now is the final step for today's practice. It's just a 1-minute presentation from each team. Madam, Vadim, I pass to you. I'm ready to share the screen and just follow the order which you called. Madam, please turn on your mic. Right,
Yeah,
be much more effective.
Yeah. But our group made a lot of progress this time. This is group number 7. I think we
as usual. Okay. Let me check and I'll share my screen.
Can you just share and bring up number 7 so we can?
Yeah, please.
So what are the?
Who will present?
Yeah, I think we have a presenter from the group, and I can give a comment after that. Who's presenting from group 7? Daria, I think, right? Or
me or Pavel?
yeah,
I think we said
Pavel, sorry.
I'll be summarize the key messages. Sorry, it's difficult to move between this two. Okay, so we selected the topic as we are the only group that decided not to communicate between the sessions. So we selected the topic for how to communicate effectively only once a week to get everything done. And as I see, the three main ideas is that that we like to present. So the three key messages is about the sharing the ideas after the individual preparation. So this is connected with the preparation before the session, but it's more about to choose the best way to share it. And the tool, platform, and the version controlling of the tool set that we will use just to make sure we don't delete, for example, each other's input. And then it's the idea number 3. It's about the structure of the presentation session itself.
Ta-da!
Very good. Pavel did a fantastic job. Let's hear the next group.
Which group, Madam?
Team one.
7, maybe we can go to 8 and then go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Good, good.
Yeah, hi everyone. Let me introduce the results of our group. So the key challenge that we are going to cover in the first series of our serial will be the fact that team goals usually are not balanced with personal goals of each team member. And the key messages we're going to discover: the first, everybody thinks of oneself the first and the other the second. So people think some kind of working with ego of each member. The second topic, team members don't invest enough time to know each other. So it's a lack of understanding of each other. The third one, poor trust, openness, and transparency. The fourth message is ROI is not clear for the team members, so it's caused lack of motivation. The fifth is
Ta-da!
yeah, so you may easily read in the middle the last two key messages.
That's great. Thank you so much. Madam, move to team number 1.
Yeah, let's go to team number 1.
Okay, we decided for a working title for our show is Good Morning, Good Day, Good Evening, and Good Night. Our initial first episode was communicating across time zones, but in looking at the messages we were passing, we changed it to communicating across cultures. Different cultures do imply different time zones. Some different time zones definitely imply different cultures. And cultures imply different way of communicating. There's different meanings for the same gestures. Working in different places means we have to be sure when we really are meeting. That's a good one. And body language is not the same.
Excellent, excellent. 20 seconds extra. Great, great presentation,
Fantastic.
team.
Very
Brilliant.
good, Philip. I think we're about halfway through now, and I must say all 4 have been excellent, and I really like what this current group just said about images and gestures are not the same across different cultures. Bang on target, especially for us as a global group. Let's go to the next one now, Olga. I'm looking forward to the next 3, 4 ones also. We have just about 3, 4 minutes left. Yeah, go on.
Team number 2.
Okay, we took our key topic as how to build trust quickly by speaking in one language, especially when you're in a completely new multicultural team, and that can be different departments within the business. You can read the Miro board, but one of the key things that we thought about was the challenge of creating a safe environment where we have an opportunity to disagree without that being judgmental or punished in any way. Thank you.
Again,
Great.
fantastic. So how to create psychological safety is a very important factor in such discussion groups. Brilliant. Thanks, Mandy.
Team number 3.
Number 3, who's next? Who's speaking from number 3?
Hi, sorry, I was on mute. So we maintained the name Exhibit K as the thing of uncovering clues. And I think in that segue, the importance of context was one of the challenges we had in this session. So we took that as an inspiration to set the topic for our first show or episode. So I think the context, it's well explained here, is valuable when we're trying to share content. The content will be valuable if the content is clear, the expectations can be managed. We can explain to those that are participating why they're part of the effort and who will be part of the effort, and that will allow to the content to be shared proactively. And as you can say, that the visual aid, when you set the context, everything works. Thank you.
Very good, Anna. Thanks for bringing up the very important word of context. A lot of people talk only about content management, but whether it's content or knowledge, context is the key to applying such knowledge. Thanks, Anna. Brilliant, brilliant.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Team number 4.
Yes, so we chose the topic of lack of involvement, and as you can see, we had many key messages. We just started with voting, and I think few of us liked the Elmo. If one person is talking too much, I didn't know what this is, but obviously it's if someone's speaking too much, then you just shout in Elmo, and everyone should know what that means, and then someone else should get a say or a voice. That's it. Thank you.
So what does Elmo mean? Quick question.
Nothing. It just means if you shout Elmo, then the person who speaks too much or too long knows that he or she shall stop speaking, and then the next one should start.
So it's like a little coded symbol you've used.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
It's a code.
Protocol.
Yeah.
Different kinds of protocol. Thanks. I should now say Elmo to myself because I'm talking too much. Next one.
Team number 5.
Yeah, 2 more to go. We're just at 7:30 now. Who's going from this group?
Jimena. No? Or Marav? I think it was Jimena.
Jimena. 20 seconds are up already.
No rush. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, go on.
But something disturbs I can't see what's written over there. Yes, if you click, okay. So the name of our team or show is going to be Uncovering the Mystery. We liked the mystery theme very much. And the key topic of the first episode is going to be hide and seek. It's like a euphemism for uncovering the tacit knowledge or the silos. Okay, so okay. Thank you.
You know, this is bang on target, Misal. Silos is the biggest reason why collaboration doesn't happen. Whether by design or accidentally, silos emerge in almost every organization. It's part of human nature also to stick to the people you know, the structures that you work with. And it's very important to break down these silos. Very good. Last but not least, are we done now, Olga? Or?
Team number 6.
Number 6.
In our science lab, we will speak about really scientific topic, how to help your team to fall in love with Miro. And our key message is that Miro is not about software. It is the concept of new way for people to work together. So it is not about the downloading a new app. It is about learning how to work together in a different format. And because we, for now, already see different applications that appear with the same functionality. So if you want to understand and fall in love with your team, try and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Google everything that you do not know. Download the app. It is much faster than working on your computer. And if you are the person who guide your team, just share new tips.
Very nice. Thanks, Sergey. I like the fact that it's more than software. It's more than digital. It's also analog. Some of you may notice that sometimes I use this little magnifying glass because sometimes I find Miro too hard to read when somebody else is controlling it and I can't zoom on it. So I use this little trick. But anyway, we all have our own ways of adapting tools to our own context. So whether it's Chat GPT or Miro or whatever, we have to learn how to evolve with these tools. Very good, Sergey. I think we're almost out of time now, so I'll wrap up over there. Olga, back to you.
Yeah, great findings from all teams, and I know that some conclusions from Vadim we have today. Vadim, please.
It's very obvious. I feel that we understand it, all of us, that we have chosen different challenges, which is great. We have a great variety and difference in our opinions. So it's a very good sign.